Hey guys, today we have a brand new Minimates review. Today we have the Godzilla Minimates Series 2 box set. So yeah, now when the Godzilla Minimates were first announced a while back, I was most excited to get, eventually, a Mecha Godzilla. And Series 2, there it is, Mecha Godzilla. Now this is also pretty fun box set because we also have Jaguar, who is one of the Godzilla characters I was pretty surprised they went with in the second box set of all. I mean, that's a pretty down the line, kind of obscure Godzilla character, but there we have it. We also have Hedora, the smog monster, and the new Godzilla, the Atomic Godzilla. So anyway, packaging-wise, it's the exact same as the first Godzilla box set. Dark black with a burning city in the background. Godzilla. You can actually see Hedora is so big that he is coming out of the packaging a little bit, which is really weird. Godzilla, Atomic Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, Hedora, and Jaguar. Some imagery of the four characters on the bottom of the box. And the back of the box, we have the roster again, being Hedora, Mecha Godzilla, Atomic Godzilla, with removable atomic ray, and Jaguar. So, really cool. I'm much more excited for this than I was the first box set, because we have probably what's going to be my favorite Godzilla, unless we can get a more modernized Godzilla, and, well, Mecha Godzilla. Anyway, let's begin. Once feared by humanity, Godzilla has proven himself to be a defender of Earth against threats from outer space, other dimensions, and even Earth itself. The robotic imposter Mecha Godzilla and the pollution-loving spores that became Hedora the smog monster both had their origins off-planet. Now, when Godzilla needs help, humanity stands ready to assist, with tanks, scientists, and even the size-changing robot Jaguar. First up, we have Atomic Godzilla. So before we begin, I want to compare Godzilla quickly to Series 1 Godzilla. And they are basically the same figure. I mean, they're the exact same sculpt everywhere. I mean, it looks like the paint on Series 2 Godzilla is a little darker. And he's got, of course, this giant thing sticking out of his mouth. So oh, no, I see one difference. One distinct difference. The head seems to be a little more slanted, and the mouth is more open to fit the atomic ray. But there is a hole in the original Godzilla. So will it fit? Probably not. Oh, well, it does. So you can actually put your atomic ray in the original Godzilla. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the new Godzilla, the cooler Godzilla. So this is Atomic Godzilla, and all it is literally Godzilla spitting his atomic ray, which looks awesome. And it's basically the same figure as the original Godzilla, except his back is a translucent blue, which is very cool. It's got the same detailing all over. Like I said, the paint's a little darker, I think. And other than that, there is the open mouth with the atomic ray, which is very nice, and I'm definitely going to keep Godzilla with the ray. But other than that, it is the exact same as the original Godzilla, which is not a bad thing, because that was a great looking figure. And this one just ups the ante a little bit. Articulation-wise, Godzilla can do most of the normal things, at least some of them. Can sort of move with the legs. The knees have full movement. Arms have full movement. Head can only swivel. And that's really about it, other than like hands and stuff. And accessory-wise, if you want to count the removable ray as an accessory, I mean, go ahead. And a display stand. Overall, Atomic Godzilla is very similar to the original, but that's not a bad thing. Next up we have Mecha Godzilla. So here we have a figure I was extremely excited to hear that they were going to make. Well, Mecha Godzilla. I mean, when they first announced Godzilla was a license and they were going to do Minimates, I was like, can we get a Mecha Godzilla? And they gave us one. So this is great, and this is an amazing looking figure. So he's bright, shiny silver all over, and he is just Godzilla, but mecha. Now, there's more to it than that. So, detail-wise, you can see Mecha Godzilla is basically just Godzilla, but a robot. He's got fancy printing on his arms, on both of them. Really well sculpted torso bit. The tail. This awesome looking head. Boot feet, which is very nice. His hands are a new piece. And they are perpetually being held out, so he's always wanting to give a high five. Here's a better look at the face. I mean, it is really cool. So, yeah, I dig it a lot. So, articulation-wise for Mecha Godzilla, he can do, well, most of the normal animated things. Nothing really prohibited. Well, actually, most of the stuff is prohibited. I should take that back. Articulation-wise, Mecha Godzilla can move at the arms. His head swivels, and then his legs are... They can do this. They can go this way out or this way out. That's it. And as with all the other Godzilla Minimates, he just has a display stand. I'm really disappointed we didn't get any other accessories. But, you know, looking back at it, it really makes sense because of all this new tooling. Really probably leaves nothing in the budget for big fancy accessories. So, overall, Mecha Godzilla has to be my favorite figure of this set. Next up we have Hedora. So here we have the smog monster Hedora. And I'll be honest, this is another Godzilla character I'm not too familiar with. This is pretty similar to the first set, where it was 3 characters I knew and liked, and then Titanosaurus, and now this guy. But this guy is crazy sculpted. I mean, let's just kind of look at him. I mean, he is a blob. He's got these big red eyes, no, like, discernible face. He's got this atomic goo coming out of his head. Again, I'm not too familiar with the character as much as the other 3, but wow. Detailing in the arms. His hands actually aren't real hands. They are blobs of tentacles. So that's a little freaky. He's got this tail that actually really helps with him balancing, though he kind of leans on it a lot. Very cool. Then his feet are also new pieces. They are just splats of goo. This is just a big glob monster. So articulation-wise, he can actually do full range of movement at his arms, and one can fall off. And then the legs can sort of move. And then he gets a display stand. But I'll be honest with how big he is and how sturdy this guy is. I mean, I don't think you need to give him a display stand, so that is a little kooky. Overall, Hedora is a very weird and funky Minimate, but that's okay. Last up we have Jaguar. So this is a character that I know, but I was surprised to actually see they would do. And wow, they actually made this guy. This is really fun. I mean, this is a good example of just the Minimate body in this kind of funky box set. They probably threw this guy in just because he didn't take too much tooling, as opposed to the other 3, if you want to hear my guessing, but this is very, very nice. So detail-wise, Jaguar looks pretty good. It's the most basic Minimate out of all of them, and you can definitely see that. It's got a little belt piece, blue, orange, and yellow all over. You can see his leg detailing, very nice. His torso block, which has like some scraping and stuff in it. I think that might be intentional. Shoulder pads. Some blue bands going down his arms. So, like I said, very basic. And then we get to the face. So the face is pretty cool. I'll be honest, I think they may have made it too thin, because the printed face just kind of like sticks out a little bit. But it is good, and it's accurate because it's the upward slanted thing. You've got some more detailing on the back with some more cracks. That's why I said I think it's intentional. And then a big grin. So like I said, Jaguar is fun, because articulation-wise, I mean, he can do stuff. He can actually move and do things. I mean, not perfectly, but hey, he can move. And he's got a display stand. So overall, Jaguar is an odd choice for a Minimate, but a fun one nonetheless. So overall, that was the Godzilla Minimates Series 2 box set. Now this was a fun set. Definitely better than the first one. I mean, we've got a cooler version of Godzilla, even though they're both very similar. We've got Mecha Godzilla, which is just insane, and I love it, and it's really well detailed. And we get Jaguar, which was a surprising character to get, but I will take it because I just love him because he's so goofy looking. And his whole backstory, if you guys know how he originated, was also very goofy. So it's fun. And Hedora is very interestingly done for a Minimate. But is it my favorite? Probably not, because it's just a blob. Despite this though, I have to say this is a heck of a lot better than the original box set. And I really like the first box set. This one is so much cooler. So, something I do want to note though, it was said a little bit after New York Toy Fair 2015 that we probably won't see much in terms of Godzilla Minimates for a while. I don't think Diamond is losing the license or anything. I mean, they're still making like banks and stuff. But a specialty line, like for comic shops only, with all this heavy sculpting, I don't really see the whole turnout in terms of money being very high, so it's understandable. I really hope we can get more Godzilla Minimates though, because I would really like a modern look for Godzilla. So that's just me, and we're still missing a couple more monsters, but we've got Mecha Godzilla, which I can't complain, because hey, I got the figure I wanted the most out of the whole line. So, like I said, I'd like to see more, because these are very, very well done Minimates. So, what do you think about this set? Let me know what you think in the comments, and did you like the video? Well then rate, comment, subscribe, and like, and I'll see you later.